Hello, dear English learners. I am Mr. Sall, and I am very happy to present our today's lesson. Our today's lesson is on the inversion. Okay, inversion is very important in English if you want to have good structures. Okay, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Give me thumbs up if you like the video, and also don't forget to share it for others to benefit. So the most important thing to know about the inversion is the auxiliary. Okay, so if you have an auxiliary, you use it. If you don't have an auxiliary, you use do, does, or did. So the auxiliary verb comes before the subject in several different structures. This is usually referred to as inversion. Inversion is a literary technique in which the normal order of words, okay, is reversed, generally for emphasis, okay, or special effect. It makes a sentence sounds striking or unusual. It also sounds quite formal. So just to make it short, we use inversion, okay, for emphasis, for special effect, and also to make a sentence sound formal. Okay, now let's come to when do we use inversion. So we use inversion in questions forms. In questions form. Okay. When we use a negative adverb or adverb phrase at the beginning of a sentence. Example: hardly had I closed my door when I realized I had lost the keys. Okay, another example: rarely has she got mark 10 in maths. So also in expressions, the inversion comes in the second part of the sentence with words like not until, not since, only after, only when, only by. Example: not until I ask a passerby did I know where I was. Another example: not since I was a kid have I eaten a bowl of cereal. So we can use inversion instead of if in conditionals with had, were, or should. Example: had he trained hard, he would have won the match. We can use inversion instead of if conditional, but we can use it also after so, such, that. Example: so loud was the noise that I couldn't work. So loud was the noise that I couldn't work. Another example: such was a day that we will all remember forever. So it can start with so plus adjective, or so plus auxiliary. Here we have was. We can use also inversion with, okay, so neither or neither, not to, okay, nor, neither nor, to express agreement. Example: I love reading, so do I. Let's have now more examples. We can use it with not only. Example: not only I am tired, I am also hungry. We can use it with never again. Example: never again will I go to that restaurant. We can use it also with never before. Example: never before had I read such a good book. We can use it also with never, not once. Example, never or not once was I rude to her. Another example, another way of using inversion is with at no time. Example, oh, at no time did you ask me if you could borrow it. We can have also on no account. Example, on no account must you try this at home. We can have also under no circumstance. Example, under no circumstances can you smoke in here. Another is with in no way. Example, in no way do I agree with what you're doing. Another, by no means. Example, by no means is it easy to use inversion correctly. And another, we have no sooner than. Example, no sooner had we left than it started raining. Another way of making inversion is with expressions like hardly or barely when. Example, hardly or barely had we left when it started raining. We can also have rarely or seldom. Example, rarely or seldom do you find an honest politician. We can have also little. Example, little did I know that I would end up living here. And also not since. Example, not since I was a child have I felt so happy. We can have also not until. Example, not until I pass the exam will I feel relieved. We can also have only when. Example, only when he explained it, did I understand inversion. And finally, we can have it also with only by. Example, only by working hard will you reach your goal. Only by working hard, will you reach your goals. Okay, now let's come with little did or not until, not only do, can, etc. Little did somebody know or realize or think. We use it to say that someone did not know or think that something would happen or was true. Example, little did I know that the course of my life was about to change. But little did he know at the time how soon he'll need it. Or another example, little did I realize I would one day be in charge of the office. Or little did I think that he would be so famous. We can also not only do or will or can or did, etc., but also but as well too. So in addition to being or doing something, alright, to add emphasis, meaning to insist on something, we can use not only at the beginning of a clause. When we do this, we invert the subject and the verb. Example, not only was it raining, but also the band was late. Another example, not only will they point the outside of the house, but also the inside. When there is no auxiliary verb or main verb, we use do, does, or did. Example, not only did she forget my birthday, but she also didn't even apologize for forgetting it. Or another example, not only do the nurses want a pay increase, but they want reduced hours as well. So we can also have not with, neither, or a nor. Example, when a clause with neither or nor is used after a negative clause, we invert the subject and the verb after neither and nor. Example, he hadn't done any homework, neither had he brought any of his books to class. Another example, we didn't get to see the castle, nor did we see the cathedral. Another example, I don't usually wake up at 6 a.m., nor do I like to wake up at 5 a.m. Another, John didn't say he liked tomatoes, and neither did he buy any. So here, if you have an auxiliary, you use it. But if there is none, meaning you have ordinary verbs, you use do, does, or did to make your inversion. Okay, so that's all for today's lesson. If you have questions, comments, don't forget to add them in the comments. And also, don't forget to do the activity in the video. Also, post it so that I can correct for you. See you in the next video, inshallah. Good day.